Bro, there's only like 9 hours. Let's have a look here. I think it's like 9 hours until 0.3 launches. Yeah, it's 8 hours. 8 hours and 47 minutes, my dudes. Just under 9 hours. So I was thinking, like, I had a bunch of ideas, basically, what I wanted to do for the 0.3 launch, and I think I pretty much landed upon that I want to try to do a quite long stream. Pretty much. That's kind of like what I've been thinking about doing. So, leading up to the launch itself, I thought I was just gonna be just playing, prepping on the invoker, because I'm pretty sure that's what I'm gonna be starting, because that's kind of like what I've been practicing a little bit. So the Stormwave invoker, I think that's pretty much what I want to be continuing with, because that's what I've been playing last couple of days, and I've really been enjoying it, and I kind of like wanted to find one specific build that I wanted to start with, but I wanted to make it myself. So yeah, I think it's pretty much gonna be the invoker, and like rest of the classes I'm just gonna have to kind of wing, to be honest, because my plan is to play all the classes. I'm not sure in which order. I'm thinking about kind of like letting my drops decide, or getting or letting the items that I'm that I'm able to get. So let's say that I'm dropping a unique item, for example, that I know is gonna be working, probably gonna be working great with a certain class. That's kind of like when I'm gonna be starting to think about doing other classes. That's the way I want to do it. Thing is, if I'm like super enjoying the campaign, and I really want to get to the interludes, I want to get to the new content. If I'm really, really enjoying that content, I'm probably just gonna be keep pushing on like one character, but I really, really want to do all of the characters, because that's kind of like my goal. And I want to have some opinions on it. I want to make some opinions on it. The different classes I'm playing, and yeah, how I'm playing them. So how I want to play it is, like, I really want to play it. I want to make the builds as I'm playing. So obviously I'm going to be starting with a build that I have been working on myself. But the goal is to learn as much as possible about, obviously, the build that I'm going to be starting, but also learning a lot about the other classes I'm going to be playing. So the goal is to be able to make a build in every single class, learning as much as possible on the way, and really, really spending much time on like just experiencing the new content, the interludes, and the trading system and everything. So what I'm most hyped for is the new content, to be honest. So everything that's new, I really want to kind of like seek it out and and kind of form an opinion on it. That's what I want to do. So I'm trying to... Okay, so actually, let's pull this up. Let's pull this up. Hold on. Okay, so let's pull this up. Okay, so I just got a freaking note, just a notepad here. Can we change? Okay, so can we change this? Okay, I can't change the size here. Format. Okay, no, never mind. Okay, I was just hoping that I could get like a little bigger text here. Okay, that's not gonna matter. So yeah, what I want to do, let's make a little list here. Okay. I want to explore new content. And with the new content, it's gonna be new items, or actually, it's gonna be new league mechanic, right? Abyss, right? It's gonna be the new league mechanic, the Abyss mechanic. So I'm really gonna want to explore this, and I've been hearing people talking about this, like saying that yeah, the new league mechanic, it's gonna be super hard in the beginning. But I really want to explore it. Like I really want to make the new mechanic a part of my campaign playthrough. Because what I'm really hoping is that it's gonna be mechanics, gonna be things that's gonna make the campaign even more enjoyable than it already is, right? So right now in like in Dawn of the Hunt, we got the wisps. You know, the wisps are not like my favorite thing, to be honest. Wisps is not my favorite thing. I mean, they are cool, but I think the mechanic feels a bit clunky. And also like super early in the campaign, or like playing through the campaign, I think what you're getting from the wisps need to kind of like it needs to be something good. So if you're, you know, going out of your way to actually fight a wisp, or fight wisp possessed monsters, there should be like a big reward to it. I'm not sure if I'm feeling like there is like enough incentive to actually do that right now. So what I'm hoping is that the new league mechanic, the Abyss, is actually really gonna help when it comes to the campaign. Like it's gonna like give you something really good, and it looks like it's actually has the potential to do something like do some like really cool things, to be honest. Because it's the new items that you're gonna be getting and stuff. So I want to go and I want to go and have a look here. Yeah, Rise of the Abyssal League. So maybe we have to go to the forums actually. A third edict. Okay, so how can we... Okay, last post. Okay, that was yesterday. No, today, sorry. Oh yeah, okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, so we have the item filter information. We know that. Okay, is it this one? Live stream, trailer, content reveal. Bro, this is kind of a cool setup right here, to be honest. Patch notes. Okay. Rise of the Abyssals League. Yeah. Okay, so we're just gonna have a look at this tuck. Just gonna have a look at this little text here, or little post here. So, start fresh in a new economy with the Rise of the Abyssals League. All of your old characters from early access launch are still present, but a free passive tree refund has been granted due to the changes. Yeah. We would highly encourage you to join the new league to fully take in the changes we made in the 0.3 update. Yes. So 100% we're gonna play the new league, right? No question about it. Like, it's cool to muck around in in standard from time to time, but basically I want to like use standard as a kind of like a dojo, to be honest. It's kind of like where you can go and you have like a bunch of stuff and you can try different things. But the thing is that standard is not going to be standard is not going to be, or at least I think, like, these changes are not going to be in standard, right? So standard is just basically, if you want to keep playing like Dawn of the Hunt, you just go play standard, right? But if you want to experience all the new stuff, you play the new league, right? So that's really what we're here for, the new stuff, and yeah, seeing how we can potentially like get the most content out of the new content. To be honest, like, that's what I'm trying to do. Some beautiful iced tea here. Okay, so let's keep reading. Created by forbidden necromantic magic during the age of the precursors, the Abyssal have been biding their time underground. Now, obeying the will of their general, they are emerged from the depths through fissures spreading across all of Rayclast. Fight this ancient evil, seal the fissures, and resist the rise of the Abyssals in Path of Exile 2's first full league. Bro, okay, so it's the first full league, actually? Yes, I mean it is, because Dawn of the Hunt, it was not like a full league, pretty much. It was a new class and the wisps and a bunch of like balance changes or like item changes. In your travels throughout Rayclast, you will encounter fissures in the ground, sapping the life force of the monsters above. Slaying these monsters will trigger the Abyssal to emerge. Enhanced with extra necromantic abilities from those whose power they were draining. You will need to defeat them to close the Abyss. Abysses increase in size, power, and variety as you go through the game. Closing them will reveal abyssal troves with valuable items, and sometimes allow you to travel underground to engage with the abyssal directly. Bro, okay, so that's really cool. That's something that I think is really, really cool. That you sometimes you're gonna be able to take this, like, I don't know what it's gonna be, like a portal or just some type of entrance to underground, and you go underground. That's really cool. Makes me think about this. So yeah, if you've been watching my channel, you know that I used to be a huge Elder Scrolls Online player. And there was this expansion, I can't remember what this expansion was called, but there was this expansion where you would actually, like, it was the first of its kind, and I think it's pretty much the only one still up until this date. Now, it's been a long time since I've been playing ESO though, but it was this expansion where you had like this zone just a normal, regular zone, but then you had this underground level to it. So the entire zone also had like a zone below it. And I really think that's super cool, and it's something really, really that you can really, really build upon to make to make like every single zone have this potential to have this underground area. Like the entire zone has like an underground area. Like that would be so cool. I don't think that's going to be the case here, but yeah, it would just be super, super cool if yeah. Yeah, I really hope this is good. I mean, I think it has like a huge potential to be very good. Okay. As you close the abysses, you may find ancient bones that can be used to imbue your items with abyssal magic, adding hidden abyssal modifiers. Yeah, so this is like the veiled items in Path of Exile 1. So if you don't know what the veiled items are in Path of Exile 1, it's items that you are getting from a certain mechanic, and it's items that kind of comes with like an unveiled modifier. It means that you can see a certain amount of the modifiers that are already on that item, but there is also one that's going to be like kind of like just this like flowing mass of like symbols, and you can unveil this item and actually choose between 3 different modifiers. And this mechanic is pretty much gonna be kind of similar to that. So using the Well of Souls, which you discover in Act 2, you can reveal the desecrated modifier and choose to transform it by selecting one of the 3 different options. During the campaign, this allows you to more easily craft additional regular mods onto your items. During the endgame, new and powerful mods that were not previously possible to craft will be unlocked. And the Well of Souls can also affect your waystones, granting new modifiers that will push difficulty and rewards to new heights. Okay, so hold up. So it can affect. So the Well of Souls. So this is where you need to go, kind of, with your ancient bones and your items. It can also affect your waystones, or your maps, as they are called in Path of Exile 1. Your waystones. That's gonna, yeah, allow you to progress your endgame. You can also influence them with abyssal magic, which is really cool. Okay, so let's make continue here. So it's the items that we're gonna be getting. Ancient bones, and the well of souls, right? But let's also waystones can be modified at the well. Okay, so that's really cool. So that's gonna be like one of the things for the new league mechanic. Or that's gonna be, yeah, a bunch of the things. Delve into the abyssal depths, swarming with legions of the undead and guarding powerful rewards. Discover an ominous ancient spire and challenge the abyssal commanders in their attempt to plunge Rayclast into a lightless void. So this really has the potential to be like something really good. So in Path of Exile 1, right, you have these, so this is what this kind of reminds me of. So in Path of Exile 1, you have these corrupted areas. So in your regular zones during the campaign, you will be encountering these corrupted areas. Corrupted areas are harder than kind of like just the initial zone that you're in. But they offer some really, really cool rewards. So that's what I'm hoping that the Abyssal Depths are going to be doing here. So let's add to this. Let's add to this. Okay, I don't want to make a bullet point here, but whatever. Abyssal Depths. Right? Seems like there are gonna be kind of corrupted areas. With probably harder content / enemies, right? But better loot. Right? That's probably what this is gonna be, right? It's probably gonna be sort of like a corrupted area in Path of Exile 1 with harder content and harder enemies, but there's gonna be some good loot to be had, right? So you have the initial mechanic itself, like when the excuse me, when the like the ground breaks open and the abyssal demons just kind of like spews out of the ground, almost kind of like the almost kind of like a breach, but in Path of Exile 1 you kind of like have to chase the crack in the ground. There's this like green crack in the ground that you kind of like have to run after to like keep triggering more enemies. And you're defeating them, right? And if you are able to defeat like enough of them, probably like defeat enough of them fast enough, probably. Like I'm hoping it's gonna be more like not a timer to it. Like if you are spending like freaking 10 minutes just clearing all of the like really struggling through the mechanic, you should still be able to kind of like encounter like the good stuff, right? On the reward side, right? So I'm really hoping that's going to be the case, and not like you have this certain amount of time, and if you are kind of slow and you don't have good enough gear or good enough weapons to actually like really just, I mean, hack them all in one shot everything. You should still be able to encounter like the good stuff, I think. Okay. So we are gonna be able to fight the abyssal commanders. Okay, so the abyssal commanders, that's gonna be abyssal commanders. Are they gonna be like bosses of the deep? Kind of like they're gonna be bosses down in the depths when you go down into the depths. It's gonna be interesting to see. So definitely content that we need to explore, right? Okay. Okay, I can't do this. Explore new content. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, what else? What else? Yeah, I mean, obviously, Act 4. So I forgot. I forgot, actually. So, obviously, the Act 4... Right? Act 4 is a brand new act that we haven't seen before. Third Edict content update adds Act 4, the next chapter in the Path of Exile 2 storyline, continuing from Act 3. Doriani has agreed to help you find an ancient weapon that can be used against corruption, the instrument of the Third Edict. Journey to King's March, hire a ship, and set sail. So here, my dudes, here is like big question marks. Big question marks about this. So King's March, we are getting King's March. So in Path of Exile 1, King's March made, like getting King's March, the city, with the introduction of gold to the game, and yeah, just the city functions. Like there are so many, like the King's March, or like the Settlers League in Path of Exile 1, it brought so many new, like it opened the game up a lot, at least to me. So I'm not a like 10-year plus Path of Exile 1 veteran, but I've been playing enough Path of Exile 1 to kind of like understand that these leagues and these like big updates to the game have the potential to be like super impactful. Super impactful when it comes to like the progression, or like the feeling of the progression of the game. So that's one thing that Path of Exile is like super good at, is adding content to the game that makes it feel like the game is really like progressing. It's really progressing, like all the time, moving to like something better, something better. It's like constantly having this like progression feeling. And most of the changes that they're doing are really good and really interesting. There are some controversial changes, some controversial updates, like certain type of updates, or leagues that people haven't been enjoying that much. But I think it all kind of depends on what you are looking for. So what Path of Exile is really good at doing is adding content that's gonna make you that's gonna do something cool that kind of totally switches up how it feels to play through the campaign, how it feels to get to the end game. So you are kind of constantly getting like a better version of what you already had, and it's affecting everything. So that should be how a new league and a new update is, I think, should be done, right? So I really think that Path of Exile or GGG are really good at this, like really good at improving the game. So you have other games where you're getting like these certain updates. It's gonna be like yeah, you're getting these certain updates that's bringing specific changes or improving specific things, but it's only improving that one thing. It's not improving like the entire feeling of the game, right? So the changes that Path of Exile 2 are adding, or Path of Exile in general are adding, are kind of changing how you feel about the entire playthrough of the campaign. I mean, obviously, we are gonna feel a little bit different playing through the campaign now because we have the extra act, and as we are gonna get to in a second here, we are also gonna get the interludes. So just by adding the act 4 and the interludes and not having us have to do cruel like act 1, 2, 3 all over again, but at a harder difficulty, the fact that we are getting that instead of the cruel that's just going to be a huge change in itself, right?